Hey guys, I'm Caleb with Farm Boy Tactical. Been a while, but we are going to be continuing on with our series Basic Knife Skills for the Protector. Today we're going to be talking about basic footwork for knife fighting so that you can move your feet, because every fight has to be mobile. If you're a stationary target, you're going to get killed. It's the same with a gunfight, same with a knife fight. Doesn't matter what you're doing. You have to be mobile. Okay, but the problem is knife fights are very close, very personal, very dirty. It's easy to get your legs tangled up with your opponent's legs, and it's easy to get knocked off balance. You don't want to get knocked down, or else you're probably going to get stabbed to pieces. Someone on top of you, bang, bang, bang. It's not good. So it's very simple, but there's just a couple of principles that we really need to be focusing on. Number one, we need to focus on having good form. We talked about that in the last video, so you're going to have to go back and watch that video. I'm not going to repeat that, okay? So I'm going to be using my good knife fighter stance, all right? The second thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to never cross our legs. Now let me show you what I mean. So basically what we're going to do is we are going to stay in our good solid knife fighter stance base. You want your feet a shoulder's width apart. We're going to keep them a shoulder's width apart. That means that when we move, we aren't going to take a normal step. We may sometimes, but usually not. What we're going to do is we're going to move our near side foot first. Okay, so basically if I want to step forward, I'm going to move my front foot first. Slide that forward, follow with the back foot, okay? And so what you see is I'm really minimizing my loss of, base, my loss of mobility, if you will. And so basically if I want to move to the right, I'm going to slide my foot to the right, follow up with my left foot. Same thing, if I want to move back, I move my back foot first, and we'll follow up with the front foot, okay? In a nutshell, all we're doing here is we're moving our near side foot first, following up with the rear foot, okay? Okay, now don't get me wrong. If you're going to run away, you aren't going to run away like... That'd be stupid, okay? No, when you run normally, right? If you have a lot of space, you can move normally. However, when you're up close and you're fighting with someone, you want to move that near side foot first. And you don't want to bring your foot very high up off the ground. You want to keep that foot there as low to the ground as possible, because you see what we've got here. We've got this very rough, uneven terrain, okay? If I bring my foot up, and I'm off balance here, and I move over here, I'm really off balancing myself. Another thing is that whenever I bring my foot up off the ground, now I'm staying on one foot. You don't want to fight on one foot. You want to stay on 2 feet. So you want to, when you move your foot, you want to keep it as close to the ground as possible. Now don't get me wrong, sometimes you're going to have an obstacle in your way. And you're not going to just kick it, right? That's dumb. No, you're going to bring your foot up and over that obstacle, right? So you've got to be aware of your surroundings. You've got to use some common sense here. But the idea is to keep a strong base, to move your near side foot first, and to keep your foot as close to the ground as possible so that you have a strong base when we're here fighting close quarters, right? And that's really all there is to it. I can make it more complicated for you. I'm not going to, because that's all you really need to know. As stated, I'm Caleb with Farm Boy Tactical. Hope to see you next time as we continue on in our series Basic Knife Skills for the Protector.